Awesome. Well, guys, it's very nice to meet you all. My name is Zachary Almaraz. I'm running for Associated Students President, and this is my team, Blueprint SDSU. Yeah, these are the ones that are here right now. So yeah, I'll go ahead and keep it real casual. These are our 3 goals as a group that we're running for. So one of the main things I want to touch on is the centralized calendar system throughout all of SDSU. I know that one of the struggling things that I had when I was a freshman was getting connected with orgs, AS initiatives, frat sororities, all of those kind of areas that you want to go tap into, but you don't know when it is because you don't hear it on campus or you don't see it. You're not around those crowds. So what I really want to do is create a centralized calendar system where all RSOs, clubs, AS initiatives, frat sororities can log everything, all their events, all their opportunities and stuff, their panel speaker events, everything. Just that way we can all kind of as students go look into this calendar system. Hey, look at Pre-Law Society's having their really awesome event today. I want to go check it out. And you'll get more members, you'll get more students that are engaged and want to be there. So there's really intentionality between creating that calendar system. And then the next thing we want to touch on is the AS Career Advantage Initiative. So just by a show of hands, do you guys know what the AS Career Advantage Initiative is? Nobody, okay. So that's something I want to change. That's going to be definitely a big thing of what we all want to stand for is better careers, better internships for our students. And the way that we're going to do that is leverage the alumni that we have. So we have a great assortment of alumni that within the San Diego area and beyond that we really want to bring back to our school and offer those internship opportunities, create that visibility, create those mentorship programs. And Career Advantage is a big spearhead thing that we really want to implement into all majors because the feedback that we got from this year was it was mostly business majors. So I want to open it up to other majors such as, pre-law students, such as law students that have graduated, beyond SDSU and really bring them back. So that way so that way we can really bring them back to SDSU, get those opportunities for our students. And the last thing that we want to advocate for is student scholarships. We do have current student scholarships right now, and it has actually gotten better over the past couple of years. Have you guys applied for ASTIC scholarships before? Have you guys gotten any? No. Okay, I saw heads yes and no, yes and no. So what we really want to do is advocate for a greater amount of student scholarships that are able for our students to get. And the same thing that ties back into the alumni, the donors. So we really want to get connected to build those kind of like USC vibe. USC, they have that huge alumni system where they're connected and their donors bring back millions to the school. So we really want to do that for here and really open up those scholarship opportunities for our students. So enough about me. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my team here. And I'd like to introduce Joey for our vice president.
What's up, everyone? My name is Joey Salville, and I'm running to be your next executive vice president. So what this role entails is basically all student life outside the classroom, sports games, Greenfest, homecoming, Greek life, all that fun stuff that SDSU is known for. So something that I want to do is I want to make sure that all students feel a sense of community on campus. I know that when I came here freshman year, this campus is so big, you don't really know where to start, where to insert yourself. And you can feel a sense of disconnect. And I honestly suffered pretty bad mentally I struggled with my mental health freshman year, trying to find my friends, my group of people. So I want to make sure that all the events that SDSU does host, students feel a sense of community, which is my next point. One of my biggest initiatives is mental health. It's something that around 50% of college students struggle with at some point in their college career. So I want to combat that by just making sure all students feel a sense of community on this campus. Through like what Zach was saying, that centralized calendar, making it super easy for students to connect with the communities on campus is something that our slate is really striving for. So yeah, once again, Joey Salville running for executive vice president. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Trinity Dang and I am running for Vice President of University Affairs. I know we're all pre-law students, so you guys probably know a little bit about policy. That's pretty much what my role entails. If you were to elect me in this position, I would make it my #1 goal to implement a student bill of rights. Basically what this means is okay, I know we've all had that one exam, we bombed, we went up to the professor, hey professor, can I please see what I got wrong? No, you can't. And they don't give you a valid reason as to why. Implementing a student bill of rights would promote grading transparency between students and faculty, so students can actually see what they got wrong on an exam because we're literally paying to go here. This is what we're here for. So basically, yeah, if you think that that idea is kind of your liking, go ahead and vote Trinity Dang if you want to go out with a bang.
Bang.
Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vincent Lin, and I'm running to be your next VP of Financial Affairs. This role pretty much encompasses all of finance, so anything that has to do with money with the school, I'm in charge of it. Well, hopefully. So one of the big things I want to do is increase scholarship opportunities and visibility. So building off what Zach said, now that there's like Aztec scholarships and stuff, I want to increase the amount of it as well as increasing the opportunities. Since with the new tuition increase, I want to try to advocate for a piece of that to give to the students and try to give back to them. So yeah, vote for Vincent Lin for VP of Financial Affairs.
This next slide, we have a couple of the representatives that are also running along with us in Blueprint SDSU. Right here, we have Aaron Patterson. He's the College of Business rep. He actually he's also part of the pep band for the school, and he actually got to go to Las Vegas. So that was really cool. Jackson Patterson, who's going for the College of Health and Human Services. Aaron Rushing, who's going for the College of Sciences rep. And then we have JC Foster on the right-hand side, who's running for Student Diversity rep. And then we have Cesar Lopez running for Student Support rep. Awesome. So before I go to the next slide, can I have you guys pull out your phones real quick? I'm guessing you guys all have phones. And go ahead and scan that. This is our Instagram right here, the Blueprint SDSU official Instagram. You guys can totally
Official,
unfollow
because
it.
we have many copies.
Exactly.
Many copycats.
The original.
People
Wanna
want to
know?
be no. But yes, please go ahead and follow that. We're gonna go send out some updates as to when voting opens, what we're doing, and you can also read a little bit more about our bios, which are also included in our posts. So if you want to know a little bit more about our expertise, what we've been doing on campus these past couple of years, you can go read along that. And as for voting, voting opens March 25th at 4:30 p.m. And basically what it's gonna look like is you're gonna go click on the link for voting, and you're gonna see a ballot with all of our faces on it, and a little brief bio that we have, along with the Blueprint SDSU logo. I implore you guys, if you guys like what we had to say here today, please vote for us. Everything helps, and we'd love to give back to you guys in the long run. And we really do believe we can do that. So thank you guys so much for hearing us out, and I hope you guys have a great meeting.
Thank you guys very much. Good luck. Best of luck to all of you. And so now we'll be hearing from our speaker.
Thank you, guys.
Hello, everybody. My name is Daria Molotson, but I usually go by Nasha. I'm a paralegal and I currently work part-time for two civil litigation attorney. One of them practices labor and employment law, and another one practices general business litigation. This is my LinkedIn, but I'll put it in the group for the pre-law if anybody wants to connect. So a little bit about myself. I'm an immigrant. I came to the United States in 2016 when I was 18 years old. I'm originally from Russia. When I came here, I went to San Diego Mesa College where I studied political science, and I got my associates with honors from there in 2019. While I was in San Diego Mesa College, I enrolled into a political program at the University of San Diego. At that time, I was able to do some work for an immigration attorney in Kearny Mesa. His name was Attorney Moby Torres. So, and he was actually the one who pitched the idea to me that I should probably, get a paralegal certificate because I enjoyed the law. It was not originally my path of choice to go into law school. While I was in Russia, my dream was to become a diplomat. But then I came here, things changed. I never want to be a diplomat for Russia or work for the Russian government for that matter. So, but I did enjoy the American judicial system, and I like the way the laws work here. The power the Constitution holds is something that doesn't exist in my country, so I felt very empowered by that. But I wasn't quite sure whether I for sure wanted to go to law school, and I wanted to amount, giant student loans. So I went to the paralegal program. Essentially, it's sort of like a PhD law school because you get the introduction levels for all different divisions of law. So you get to learn a little bit about criminal, family law, real estate, intellectual property. Alongside, we also learn how to help attorneys, so how to file the forms, how to fill them out, how to properly speak with clients, and et cetera, et cetera. So if somebody here isn't quite sure if they want to be an attorney and they want to go to law school, I do highly recommend the paralegal programs, and it also gets you, a step in the door to working with the attorneys. So being a paralegal is not like it is shown on Suits. If somebody watched that TV show, it is a little bit hectic because first of all, you have to work with attorneys and they all have very, very big personalities. And from my quite short experience, because I've been working with attorneys on and off for about 4.5 years, if something goes wrong and it's not your fault, the paralegal is at fault. The paralegal is always wrong and they did something, but then they feel bad and they go to you and they would be like, oh, here's some chocolates. That's usually how it works. And I just, put some memes out there for you guys to love. Can go on the next one. So some of the duties, this is a picture of me. I sent it to my mom when she asked me, I haven't seen my mom in 6 years. She asked me, what do you do at work? And I showed her this. Because once again, it's not as glamorous. Most of the time I am on the floor, just going through piles and piles of paperwork because this is what law is about. And it's also a bunch of emails. Some of the fun parts though are writing memorandums and doing legal research. This is something that I enjoy because I like writing. So essentially when a new potential client comes in and the attorney says, okay, so the issue is a breach of contract, we have this and this at hand, can you look up case law? So then you go into LexisNexis or Westlaw, which are programs designed for law firms that essentially has all of the case law there is out there. And you try to find a particular case, a precedent that is applicable towards your particular client and that can help you win the case or stipulate or reach a settlement agreement. And then you would put it in a memorandum in a IRAC. IRAC, it's right here, it's issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. This is the brick and stone of all legal notions that you will learn about later. So also there's a lot of correspondence, especially with opposing counsel. Like I said, it's just emails going back and forth, back and forth. If you're lucky, your opposing counsel is nice. If you're not, and they're an a-hole, I'm sorry. Usually those are the most fun ones. Actually, last week, one of my attorneys hopped onto the new case that was previously filed in 2023, and the opposing counsel is a jerk. And he told my attorney to govern himself accordingly. So that's a joke that's running around the office now. So next. So since I worked in immigration law, I just wanted to share, guys, if you want, you can go on the link. So this is a just website for USCIS. If somebody here is interested in becoming an immigration attorney or has a passion for that, I highly recommend just kind of playing around on that website. You can go into, if you go up a little bit, if you go on the forms, just drop down. Those are a bunch of forms that you essentially file. And if you ever become an immigration attorney, you rarely go to court unless you have a what's called removal proceeding or commonly known as deportation. Mostly you would just file a bunch of forms, we call it a packet, to USCIS for revision, and then they will give you an answer and then invite your client for the interview. So immigration law is federal. It's not as fun, but it's equally as important as a. So family law. Family law is definitely an interesting one. I only lasted 6 months at a family law firm, but I always say if anybody enjoys TV shows like Love is Blind or The Bachelor, this is for you. I wanted to blow my head off. These are the banners that you can sometimes see around San Diego. Antonio and Miranda, they are the biggest family law firm in San Diego. I worked for a firm called Ferricador in La Mesa, and they were my opposing counsel on many cases. And I just love their banners because they're just so cheesy. But yeah, I wanted to give family law a chance because I wanted to sort of help the families, see how it is. But it is a lot of drama and I felt like I was violating people's privacy a little bit because most of the time I had to go through dozens and dozens of screenshots of their text messages calling each other, bad names. And unfortunately, in family law, the party that suffers the most is the children. And I have seen child abuse, and as an attorney, because of attorney-client confidentiality, you cannot report it to child services. But there can be some fun ones. Like my colleague at the firm had to transcribe a home pornographic video to the court. That was fun. I like domestic violence restraining orders, just because they're fun and not fun, fast and to the point. And I felt sort of, a sense of, it's nice to feel like you're helping people actually, because to get a temporary restraining order. So, but it was not my cup of tea, definitely. So civil litigation is where I work right now. For me personally, that's the most enjoyable type of law, because you mostly deal with businesses. Obviously, it's also important, but it feels less personal to me. Like it's not the actual people that are being damaged. Sometimes, most of the times, it's just the CEO of the company for whom losing like $200,000 is not going to make a dent. But yeah. On the last slide here, I put some useful links. You can go, if you can go to both of them, that would be nice actually. So when I was, let me give you another story. So after immigration law, I went to the paralegal program. Then I was trying to find a job, and I've graduated paralegal program 2020. So it was like right in the midst of COVID, and getting a job was really hard. So I actually got an internship for the attorneys that I work for right now, but they hired somebody more experienced than I am. But they got me as an intern and they taught me a lot of things. Then I went to work for a family law firm, and when I quit the family law firm, I was still in contact with them, and they actually fired their assistants and they hired me. So now I'm with them, I'm very happy with these people. So if you ever bored and you want to just, see things, part of my internship was going to court, and I observed some of the hearings that my attorneys were the party on, but I also would just, go on the court calendar. I would see up a little bit. So like this judge right here, Wolfile, he's a great judge and he is so nice. So I would sometimes just go to his department and I would go on the calendar and see what kind of cases he has. And if it seems like it's an interesting trial, you can go there and you could just observe, because court trials are open to the public. The only person who can ask you, who are you, what are you doing here, is the bailiff, and you can just tell him, hey, you want to go to law school and I just want to observe, I'll be quiet. And that's all that matters. Just make sure you don't get the phone out, you don't have any notes or anything like that. Another website that I had there is is called a Register of Actions, because all of the court cases, they're once again open to public. So whenever you go to the court calendar and it gives you the case number and you wanna sort of get ahead on what it is like, you can go on the San Diego Register of Action to do this. I do this at multiple times. So you would put the case number and then you would put search, and then it gives you like all of the history of the case, who the attorneys are. You can sort of stalk them a little bit if you want. Also, all of the documents that have been filed for the case, they're once again open to the public. You can download them. You just have to pay a small fee for that. In regards to that, I just wanted to tell you, I mean, the courts not going to provide you personal information, and especially in the family law and in the criminal law, if there's sensitive information, it is redacted, or you can lodge the documents. It's called, so you would file a notice of lodgement, which is a small pleading that would describe what kind of exhibits that you have, but the actual exhibits, the attachments that would be sent directly to the courtroom clerk. And nobody except the parties and the clerk and the judge are going to see them ever, because especially in the family law firm, there's just so much sensitive information. You're not going to want to have it on the Register of Action. So pretty much that's it. Do you guys have any questions?
How many years was the paralegal program?
It's just 1 year.
How would you like to describe it? Like.
I really enjoyed it. So all of the professors, they were either the paralegal, so mostly they were attorneys, so like introduction to the legal system was taught by the paralegal. But I was actually surprised to find out the paralegals can make a lot of money because a lot of people sometimes want to law school because they want to make 6 figures. So the paralegals can make that as well once you amount certain amount, numbers, years of experience. And it's less stressful when you don't have the responsibility. I still want to go to law school, but for somebody, it's a better option.
Thank you.
What made you choose USD's paralegal program?
In San Diego, it is the best paralegal program and it's approved by ABA and like local attorneys in San Diego, when they hire paralegal, they like to see the certificate.
Do you plan on becoming an attorney or going back to law school? Okay.
Yeah, because it's being a paralegal is fun, but I want the responsibility and I want to be able to make the final choices. Also, sometimes, especially at a family law firm, when I work, the clients would call, they would ask me a question and I know the answer, but I cannot say it without the approval of the attorney. So it's sort of like my egoistical, desire and selfishness. Like
Is that happening soon, you think, or
Huh?
are you gonna go back soon to school or?
well, I have to get my bachelor's because I'm June 3rd year here.
Okay.
So yeah, I took a big gap between Mesa College and SDSU because I dealt with my own immigration case. I have political asylum in the United States, so it took a while. Okay, well, thank you so much for your attention, guys.
Thank you.